So, welcome to my latest test video. Today I want to test low light conditions with the iPhone and also a new microphone to see if this makes any sense to film like this. So why do we even do this? So I saw quite some car review and daily vlogging videos on YouTube and thought, why not? And especially when we are abroad, it would be nice to document some journeys. First I was looking into getting a dedicated camera, like a Micro Four or something. But I thought for the first tests, Apple is promoting iPhone for photos and video shooting, so let's see how things work out with the tools we have at hand. And it's also nice not to travel with the camera gear if you already have an iPhone with you to do some amateur filming. And last but not least, I can only learn new things and so also potentially improve our product marketing material for our software products while gaining video shooting experience. And most of the other videos are also in the States, in London, UK, and maybe not so many people of you have seen Berlin. So filming something in Berlin gives you the opportunity to see something else than all the videos from the States, Great Britain, and so on. So that's West Berlin, Zoo Station. A little bit construction sites going on here at the moment. And today I could also drive to the car wash, as the car accumulated quite a bit of dirt during the winter days here with snow and ice. And again, some more construction site for you to enjoy. Actually, I'm really curious to see how the audio turns out with this Røde iPhone microphone. Certainly the built-in audio is not really nice and useful. If you understand nothing in the car what I say, certainly makes no sense to talk. So far, what I see on the small iPhone display here doesn't look too bad actually, even in the night. Of course, during the day it's quite okay. Of course, the night is more difficult to shoot video with an iPhone sensor. The only thing I noticed during the day, there is this clicking noise of the lens setup of the iPhone. So when I drive over some bumps here, the lens is shaking enough for this lens modules to hit the case internally. And also in this moment it becomes unsharp. I'm not sure if I use video footage from earlier today, but if I may cut something into this edit from the day, you may notice that when I drive over some uneven bumps in the road, the image gets momentarily blurry on the iPhone. These are of course the differences with professional camera gear. Certainly a small compact sensor and lens setup in an iPhone cannot replace a multi-$1,000 or euro setup and professional big camera gear. I'm really curious how this video turns out. I mean, obviously it's night, but as far as I can see from here, it doesn't look so bad. I mean, obviously, watching this on the Mac later, on a big screen, you see each imperfection and blurriness. But so far, I'm impressed that it at least films anything at all. I mean, more than nothing at least. And you may, in case we publish this, see Berlin at night for you to enjoy, and this time potentially, if something is hearable with audio. The reason I don't have audio in the last two test videos, one, the Alfa Romeo 4C, was last year already, and we only shot very small video pieces for the fun of it. I did not at that time anticipate to upload it to YouTube. And the second, the mini Countryman driving, was only a small test. If using an iPhone is feasible at all, I didn't even have a car holder at that time. So I only squeezed the iPhone into the seat, and obviously it fell out every 2.5 minutes. So this was only a very, very short test to see if it makes any sense at all to use an iPhone for filming, and if it makes sense at all to buy an iPhone holder. Certainly makes no sense to buy a fancy windscreen holder if the video is total garbage anyway. So this is with the holder on the windscreen and a Rode iPhone microphone. I'm also really curious how the audio turns out with the setup. So Zoo Station again on the way back here in Berlin. Memorial Church hier, Breitscheidplatz. So actually, with this setup, the camera is shaking quite a bit. I'm afraid we will again have blurry segments. The reason is that this mini Countryman S suspension is more on the rougher side of things. So with this rougher sport, if you will, suspension, although it is fun to drive, it is not always the greatest fun for passengers, and certainly not for the iPhone lens setup when it vibrates over each bumper in this streets that are not the newest streets here. So with this kind of sport suspension, you feel every small scratch in the road. Maybe I will be somewhere else in 2 days, and maybe I will have the opportunity to test another car than abroad. Although there the streets will be much worse. You will see in case I make a video of that. But that will also be a nice test for the iPhone camera. Actually, this is also not the latest iPhone. This is an iPhone SE special edition phone that we use for software testing. Otherwise, it's not my main phone. Although my main phone is also only an iPhone 6s, not Plus, because I don't like that large iPhones, although they have this optical image stabilization, but I simply don't like that large or huge kind of phones. It's a bit of a pity that when you decide to have a slightly smaller phone, you lose the optical image stabilization. Okay, but here we should definitely fit in. This is nice vintage Citroën. This should be Okay, that's that for today, and let's see how the video looks and the audio sounds.